Giovanni Marraffa represents the second generation of a family business that started with a single truck in southern Italy and has grown into one of the country's best-known heavy transport and lifting specialists.
I think that he always tried to find the works that no one wants to do. Something special, something difficult.
We meet Giovanni in Taranto to talk about the reality of moving project cargo in Italy, investing in a 700-ton Liebherr crane, and what's next for the family firm.
I would like that they will be like me, so proud to be in South Italy.
This is Voices of Breakbulk Europe. It's Project Cargo Professionals. Today we are in Taranto in southern Italy for Voices of Breakbulk Europe. And today I am with Giovanni from Marraffa. Good afternoon, Giovanni.
Good afternoon to you. Thanks for coming here.
Thanks for inviting us.
Pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Thanks for a great lunch. Thanks for having us in Italy. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about you and the company.
Yes, I'm Giovanni Marraffa, as you said. I am the second generation with my brother of our company. This company is divided in two companies. Marraffa is that one that's more famous because we do a lot of big transport, big project, big lifting. And the other one is WeRent. With this company, we rent to customers some platform or machine for construction site or something like that.
Tell us how Italy looks at the moment for you in terms of your business.
In the recent year, the Italian industrial landscape is living some problems about infrastructure because we have problem to receive the permits to go on the road. The requirement of permits is too slow, so we lose a lot of time to receive the permits. We are working a lot with the industrial manufacturing Italian companies, so when we have a slowdown, we receive the slowdown too. As you know, we are specialized in power and energy sector. We transport a lot of transformer, generator, and we are working a lot because I don't know if you know that there are lot of money that Italy receive from Europe about the PNRR. That is a big amount of money that Italy receive to improve our infrastructure, especially our electric infrastructure. So we are working a lot in this sector.
And you're already starting to see the effect of that? It's generating work for you?
Yes. Of course, we are working a lot for that. We expect to work for the next 2 years in this sector. So I think that it's a good opportunity for all the country.
And historically, people have been under the impression that there's a huge difference in Italy between the north and the south in terms of development, infrastructure, quality of life. What does that look like today? Has that changed?
No, it's not changed. Of course, this difference still exists, and of course, in Italy, in North Italy, there's a big concentration of, as I said, big companies, industrial company. So in South Italy, there are some big company too. So we work in South Italy too, but not as much as in North Italy. And our company, I think that is growing because in about 10 years ago, we decided to open a branch in North Italy. So we start to offer our services to the North Italy companies too.
And Taranto, where we are today, has always been a steel city, right?
Yeah.
I think it had the biggest plant in Europe. It was the biggest at one point.
Yeah.
But it's been in crisis. So tell us what's happened with that and where we are today.
Yeah. Over the last 15 years, I think that a lot of wrong decision was made about this plant in Taranto. As you said, it's one of the biggest steel plant in Europe, but now it is working about 20% of its capability. We know that the government is trying to sell this plant to a big international company or to a group or corporate. We hope that it will be done as soon as possible because it could be a big opportunity for the South Italy. We hope that because around this plant, lot of capability, lot of skills, lot of workers are waiting for some opportunity. So it's very important that it will be it will be done soon.
And it was a big employer. What replaced it?
Well, I think that there's no place to give this work in other plant or in other sites. So the only way is that they restart it, restore it, and it's not a big problem for us because we have never depended from it. As I said, we invest in a lot of sector, but in the past and in the present, but in the future too, we don't want to depend from the steel plant because, as I said, in the last years, it has a lot of problem. So we don't want to depend from it.
It was supposed to be taken over by an Azerbaijan company, right?
Yeah.
But it hasn't happened.
No, it doesn't happen. The reason is peculiar because the Azerbaijan company want to sell to Taranto steel plant its gas, of course, directly from the Azerbaijan. But Apulia government doesn't want that this gas comes from pipeline, and so they stop their project.
Okay. And as you mentioned, Italy has traditionally been a big manufacturer of industrial equipment. How's the health of Italian manufacturing at the moment?
I think it is very good now. As I tell, Italian companies are spending this money about this project, this Italian project, PNRR. So we are in a good state of health. We are producing a lot for the exportation, but for the Italian market too, because as I said, we are producing some generator transformer for the Italian market for Enel, Terna, that they are the distributor of electricity in Italy.
And let's talk a bit about Marraffa then, the history of your company. Started by your father, Michele, with one truck.
Yeah.
1977?
1977, yes. Correct.
Give us a bit of the history, how the company's grown since then and what the business looks like today.
My father started in 1977 with one truck, as I said. He started with some transportation of fruit from fruit.
Okay.
From South Italy to North Italy, to the market of North Italy. And then he bought the first truck with a little crane on the back, and he started to serve some construction company. And then at the beginning of year 2000, he made his first abnormal transport. So it was slowly growing, but now we are here. So I think that he do the right steps.
But he's still running the show.
Yeah, he's still running the show. We have 300 employees. We have 3,000 machine. So I think that he's a good CEO. If he did all these things in the last 15 years, I'm sure that he can do a lot of things in the future. So,
what do you think he got right? Why do you think the company's been successful?
I think that he always tried to find the works that no one wants to do. Something special, something difficult. For example, when he was young, he goes to some little industrial company to move the machine inside with his crane, and that was a work that no one wants to do. So he always finds something that the market would like to receive, but no one has to offer it. So we try to have always versatile equipment. So we try to have crane, SPMTs, or trailers that we can use in lot of sector, and that we don't want that our equipment is specialized in one sector. For example, we decide to stop our investment in wind farm components transport because now the trailers are so specialistic, so are made only to do, for example, the transportation of the blades. So we don't want to depend from one sector or in one sector. And this, I think that this is one of the big lesson that my father left us.
So you've exited that business. You're not interested in handling the renewable.
No, we work for that, but we try to have more sector to serve. Yes.
And in terms of the fleet, we were having a walk around outside earlier, and we saw, luckily that it's here today, the 700-ton Liebherr crane. Why did you decide to buy that crane, and what have you been doing with that since you bought it a couple of years ago?
Yeah, this was the reason that I said is one of that, because we decided to buy that crane because we can use it in a lot of sectors. For example, we work for the services of wind farm. So, for example, to repair the blades or to repair the gearbox. So we use a lot this crane for that, but we can use it, for example, for the lifting of some new bridges or old bridges. So in construction site, we can use in industrial plant. So it is very versatile because it is smaller, but they have a lot of capability. So we are very proud of that. We are, yes. It's good.
So it's been working well for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I read an article, you were talking about the infrastructure problems in Italy, the roads and the bridges. How does that look today?
It's look the same, but there is some good news because this government, especially the Minister of Transport, is working to mapping all the bridges in Italy. They want to give to all the bridges a capability. So this could be very good for us because when we decide to go with the transport, we know where we can go, how much the bridge is capable to
handle.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think that it will be a long job because the bridges are so much. A lot of them are older. So I think that it will be ready maybe in 2-3 years. But the good news is that they start with this project.
Hi, it's David here from Breakbulk. Thanks for checking out Voices of Breakbulk Europe, our collaboration with PCP. For over 20 years, Breakbulk Europe has connected the global project cargo community, bringing over 11,000 professionals from 120 countries to Rotterdam. Make sure to register for your ticket online so you can join us at the Rotterdam Ahoy from June 16th to 18th. Enjoy the podcast and see you at Breakbulk Europe.
This series is sponsored by Rhenus Project Logistics, who deliver turnkey solutions across the project lifecycle. They specialize in managing complex cargo using a mix of transport modes, including sea, rail, air, and heavy haulage. With a strong global network, in-house engineering, and access to their own assets, including terminals, barges, and vessels, Rhenus helps reduce risk, improve efficiency, and maintain control throughout the supply chain. Find out more via the link in the description below. So tell us about some of the biggest or most unusual jobs that you've handled over the years.
Yes, I talked just about the last 2 years. Last years we did transportation of a generator, 300 ton. We load it in the port of Genova. And we transport it by sea with a vessel to the port of Bari. And then we did 200 kilometers on the road to transport this generator. We configure a trailer that had 103 meters of length. So we had a lot of access line. We need about 4 nights to do 200 kilometers, so it was so difficult, but it was a good result. And another one we did at the beginning of this year. We moved at the port of Gioia Tauro one container crane, onshore crane. The weight of this crane was about 1,800 tons. We moved it with 80 axles line and 4P power P pack unit. So it was a good job. Proud of that.
And what's the situation in the ports? Which are the best ports to handle project cargo in Italy, and how well are they working at the moment?
Okay, we are working a lot in the port of Genova, port of Salerno too, in South Italy. But the main port, I think, it remains the port of Marghera, because it is the only one that can be reached by the river. So a lot of big transport that we do, especially with the loading in Lombardia, near Milan. We take the piece, we load these pieces, we take it to the port of Cremona or port of Mantua, that are river port, and then with barge we transport it to port of Marghera or port of Chioggia. So the transportation by sea or by river in Italy is very important. The port, some ports are renew their infrastructure. So, for example, port of Genova. So I think that they are always a big component of our exportation, because a lot of our manufacturing are destined to the exportation abroad.
I've been to Terminal San Giorgio a few years ago. I think they were handling project cargo.
Yeah. And they work a lot, but a lot of port work with project cargo. Yes.
And you mentioned expanding to the north of Italy. What's next for Marraffa?
I think that Marraffa will not improve geographically, or we don't want to build new branches or new site. We would like to improve our professionalism. We would like to work on our employees' skills. Yes, we would like to do big project, more difficult, but not so much.
But you'll remain focused in Italy. You don't want to go expanding to other
we are
countries?
working a lot outside of Italy. We are working a lot, for example, in Slovenia. We did some big transport of transformation in Slovenia. We deliver a lot of pieces in Spain, in France, but we always start from Italy. This is what we will do. It is a little bit different for the other company we rent. We made the rental, so as you know, the rental could be done if you are near to the customer. So with the other company, we think that we will improve geographically our branches. Yes.
And what sectors or geographies do you think will provide the most interesting opportunities for you in the next few years?
I think that the power and energy sector will remain the main sector for us, of course, but I think for Europe too, because the need of electricity is always bigger. So I think that we have to produce it. Wind farms will grow, but there are some big projects in Italy. I think in Europe too. I know that in Italy now we will have in a few years some biorefinery. In Italy, this government is starting to talk again about a nuclear site, and we hope that they will do it, because it could be a big opportunity for Italy, because we depend a lot from the other country about energy. So.
And I love talking to family businesses. So tell us a bit about the dynamic of this business and how it works. So your father is still running the show, as we said earlier. And how do you and your brother get along with him?
We have very, very good relationship. We divided our tasks, so each one of us has some task to do during the day. But when we have to decide something, we have always quite discussion. So I think that it's a good team. I don't know in the future, but we will see. We'll see. Now it's good.
I saw on your website it said Michele, always our CEO. Always.
Always. It's always near me, near our employees. I think that another lesson that he gave to me and my brother is that we have to know always all of the employees that wear a t-shirt Marraffa or WeRent.
Okay.
We really trust in, we really believe in human relations. So this is the reason why we don't want to grow more, because we would like to have a relationship with all our employees.
So what might you and your brother like to do with the business one day in the future? Have you thought about that?
Yes, we have talked about that. Our idea is to, as I said, to improve our the skills. We are investing a lot in training. And this is the idea. We want to have more people with us that can do our work, that know the work, that can decide to stay with us in some challenges, because as you can imagine, when we have to move big pieces, is always a challenge. So we need strong people that want to improve themselves. I think that in the future we will have in September we will start with an academy that will be open to some young people that will decide to know what we do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So not for employees, you'll be calling youngsters to come and...
Yes, 2 weeks. We will have the teacher, of course, will be our colleagues, our employee. We will show them what we do. Maybe someone will be interested for it and will remain with us. This is our big challenge.
Can you get the employees you need in this region? What's the recruitment like?
Yes, here there are two human resource markets. In north of Italy, of course, there are more companies, so it's difficult to find people that want to work because they are employees in other companies, of course.
Yeah.
In South Italy, we have more requests of demand of to go to work with us. Yes.
Yeah. And I've got to ask you about the Fagioli deal, which is to be acquired by Siva, a huge name in Italy. How do you feel, how do people in Italy feel about that acquisition?
Fagioli was an inspiration for us. Was the company that me and my father see in some picture on the road. So it was really a motivation for us, inspiration. And of course, I'm a little bit sorry because they sell this family company, because Mr. Fagioli has built this company. And I'm a little bit sorry that a big group, corporate, bought this family company. We would like. I don't know if they can lose their identity, their professionalism. I don't know. Maybe not. But this is my idea. I think that it could be more difficult for us because, of course, if there is a fund with a lot of money, a big capacity of investment near Fagioli, of course, for us it will be so difficult to be more competitive against against a big company like Ceva. But I think that it could be a reason of motivation. Yes.
So you can see Fagioli being strengthened by this?
Yes, I think, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as we mentioned before, we're recording this a few weeks before Breakbulk Europe. You guys will be there. You've been exhibiting for the last few years. Talk a bit about the event, what you've got out of it, and why that's been so important for you.
Yeah. We always are very happy to go there. In fact, every year I go there. I will be there this year too. Every year I ask to some of my colleagues, employees to come with me, and I always change the people that comes with me because I want that they see this type of market. I want that they can reach some new trend, new customer, new opportunity. So, and as I said, we believe a lot in human relations. So. I always be happy to be there because we can stay face to face with some people that we always stay at the phone or by mail. So.
And what's your management style? What kind of boss are you?
Okay, my table is near the table of my colleagues.
I saw this morning you were working right there in amongst it.
I am there.
So you know what's going on?
Yes. Yeah. I am the first soldier of this war. I want to stay always in the office or when some big transport is on the road. I go there. I want to see. I want to stay with them. So I don't know. We will see.
And when you're not working, what do you like to do? What is there to do in this part of Italy?
I think that when people think to South Italy, always thinks that we always eat pizza, go to sea, but no, we work, as you can see. When I have some free time, I stay with my family because I have two young children. My daughter is 6 years old, and my son is 4 years old. My son's name is Michele, like my father. So I try to stay with them. I would like that they will be like me, so proud to be in South Italy, but they have to know that they can do big things in South Italy too. For example, one day they can stay in one podcast to speak in English with with you. This is my hope.
But it will be a few years before they join the company yet.
Yes, there's time.
Giovanni, good to talk to you. Very interesting. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you too.
This series of Project Cargo Professionals is supported by Procam Group, a leading integrated project logistics company in India, specializing in heavy haul, chartering, installation, and global forwarding. Find out more about them via the link in the description below, and thanks to Procam for their support.